Well, that's not the name of the city, but just want to say, black people be thinking alike. Why? Because if we have a world of ideas, if all of us are Republican, nothing would get done in community. No, there would be no need for change if all of us were conservative, we would always try to stick to old archaic ways that get us nowhere. If all of us were liberal, we'd always be open to new ideas, and we would always throw away old ideas that we feel just because they're old, they wouldn't work. Sometimes it's good to hold on to old ideas. And I'm making this video because there was this one woman called Truther Talk. Her channel is Truther Talk. I'm more of a black liberal. She is a conservative. I'm starting to think that there is a wave of black liberals going to the conservative side. I just find that my problem with black conservatives is the fact that they sound like the white ones. They sound like the ones who spew racially biased statistics that warrant that warrant the treatment we receive from police officers, society, and anti-black trade and anti-black hatred as a whole. They sound just like them. And no, truth to talk, we don't need to be speaking alike or talking alike. We can think differently, but all this mouth that you have black people, you bring that here, all this passion and drive and issues you have with Black America, bring that here. Don't go to other outlets where black people won't even hear your words and message. Stop going over there. And I think we can never have enough holistic thinkers, analytical thinkers, and just basic, and different people have different types of intelligence. With different types of intelligence, different ways of thinking, we would never get anything done if we have problems, and sometimes problems cannot be solved by one way of thinking or one type of intelligence. Sometimes we need linear thinkers. Sometimes we need analytical thinkers. Sometimes we need abstract thinkers. Sometimes we need people who think inside the box, and sometimes we need black folks who think outside the box. Sometimes we need traditionalists to bring us back to what worked in the past, and sometimes we need people who give us new, fresh ideas. Hello. Hey, sup, Fred? Hey, Simply Deep 1985. What is up? Bro, I don't know if you're brother, sister, but what's up? You black? I don't know. Maybe white. I don't care. But cool. But I mean, I know sometimes we need people to think like that. It's just my black conservatives. Why do you feel the need to sound? What's your content about? So I'll know what question. Oh, okay. Simply Deep. You sick? Simply Deep, huh? Okay. So I will just call you Simply Deep. Oh my God, yes. Okay, Simply. My content is about basically. I talk about race, culture, and ethnicity in America from a African American perspective. I talk about black issues. I'll talk about what Trump said when he said African countries were shithole. I talk about racist tweets that Roseanne has given. I'll talk about the white people calling the police on black people. Basically black issues. But my focus and subgenre that I focus on is the psychological and historical perspective, like and I talk about the origin of racism and the social dynamics as to why we might be getting certain treatment from particular Asians or whites or stuff like that. For example, let's say Rashida Strober, she talks about, she has a black channel, but she talks about darkism. colorism in the black community, prejudice against dark-skinned black women, right? My boy, homie, on YouTube anyway, look up Mr. Research or Q. Mr. Research talks about black male empowerment, which I'm down with that. Me, I talk about the history. I talk about I'm like a black historian, but also a commentator on black issues. I'm subbed about to do a video with Rashida Strober, and I had an issue because basically she knows me because she don't, but I know her. Well, I don't know. We know each other through TRS, Talk Real Solutions. Talk Real Solutions was a show that was started because of Tommy Sotomayor. It was to be a counterbalance to his show. So I'm on there. Now, me and this guy named Joshua, we had an issue with her having an issue with a black man that was with a black woman. That was well, okay. Professor Griff. Professor Griff married a woman named Soul, rapper named Soul. Now, Soul, you can tell, there is undeniably a mixture there, but you can also tell she's a female. There's a black woman there, but you can tell there's a mixture there. She got mad because Professor Griff talks about all this black shit, but he didn't marry a dark-skinned African-American woman, someone darker than me. Like Rashida Strober, if black men only married women my color, that would be discriminating because they weren't dark enough. That's ridiculous. Like to her, I have brown skin privilege. I'm not a dark skinned black man. I'm a medium brown skinned black man. I have privilege over my darker skinned brothers and sisters. To me, that's stupid. And what made me look at her like she was crazy was for the fact that I voted, I subscribed to her on YouTube, and I also followed her on Facebook. I friended her on Facebook. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she does look like she's part Native American. I would say that. Yes. And basically, when she said, "If you're a black man, please unfriend me," and then she blocked, and then she shut down her page. She brought it up again, and I thought she blocked me, but it wasn't she blocked me. She just blocked her page from everyone from using it. Then she put it back on. So basically, I thought, okay, this girl's ridiculous. I'm not doing a video with her because the simple fact is, we all think differently. There are some black people who utterly hate white people. I understand that. There are some black people like me who don't think all white people are racist, but however, I do understand that it goes to the psychological engineering that will force you to be a white supremacist. Okay, I don't hate all white people, but there are some I don't like, some I hate because of how they are. And I literally don't like the fact that literally some black people will think that I'm a coon just because I choose to see the good in some white people. I'll just sit and watch the stream and learn from you because I don't want to say anything that will ruin your stream. How would it ruin the stream? Actually, no, say it. No. Of all the places. See, I talk on my Facebook about these issues. It's a little watered down though. I'm a little less filtered on my video blog channel on Twitter. And it's called, and I call it, if you want to find me on Twitter, oh yes, I'm gonna say it right now. I talk about the same stuff on there, but it's more for Black Twitter. I have a Black Twitter following. I only have like 122 members, but I'm growing every day a little bit. So if you want to follow me on there, look up at Purge City or look up West Coast Fred. I'm on Twitter, and I have two video blog series. One had Blitter, but I started to change it, and now I call it Killmonger Avenue. It's my video blog series. So, actually, Simply Deep, if you ask me anything, I like these discussions because now people want to ask me shit. Ask me anything. It's not going to ruin the channel, and I'll be honest. And I won't be an Uncle Fetch It or coon or nothing. Ask me anything. Ask me. Nothing's to ruin the stream. Actually, I literally want you because I really want to dialogue because I want to get this going. So what is it that you want to ask me? Because the fact is, like I was saying, I'll just continue what I was saying. The fact is, see, 9%. So the fact is, I choose not to hate all white people because one, I mean, I have friends. For years I have friends who I have a couple friends who are white, and what's beneficial of having white friends, the ones in my position, is the simple fact that they'll be, and since they know you've known them for a couple years, they will be honest with you of how other white people are. They'll break it down. They'll be like, they won't bullshit you and say, okay, this is why this guy thinks the way he does. So I'm not confused when I deal with the next person, you know? So that's where there's a benefit to having them around, you know, because they'll be like, when you say something, you'll be like, yeah, that's true. The guy is prejudiced. Yes, I do have privilege. You know, those type of people, they're good. It's good to have some people in your life, you know. You just can't make camaraderies of all black people, you know, because you can't. You know what I mean? Like you can't, because not all black people are beneficial to you. It is beneficial to have relationships with other groups of people, different races, because you get information from them, you get perspectives, you get ideas, you know. But it's always have black people in your back pocket, no matter who you decide. Black people in your back pocket, meaning do not abandon your community, do not divorce yourself from black people, do not do or say anything that goes against the group a lot. You know what I mean? Like always have that. But you went away. I don't know. Maybe he'll come back. I don't know. But like I said, black people, it's we don't have to think the same, but we need to have codes of conduct. We need to have codes and rules that we all abide by. We can all be our individual, you know, just because I'm not calling white people all a bunch of C words and calling a bunch of crackers and honkies 24/7 doesn't make me a coon. You know, just because you're a black conservative doesn't make you a coon. It's when you have rhetoric that sounds just like the same people that we have. Gotta go. Something came up. Take care. Okay. Bye. Hey, but add me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Now, I know there's another viewer. What's your name so I can acknowledge you? Say hello if you want to. But yeah, it's okay. It's just a simple fact that we need to have some commonalities in our thinking. I mean, we need to. If we need to check people and correct people, non-black people, when they say stuff that's incorrect about us, we need to have that. We don't need to think alike, but we need to have that component. You know, you need to not embarrass black people as a group. You need to not say things like slavery was a choice. You know, you need to have that down. You know, you need to, when you speak on history, you need to find out your history and reiterate to black people and non-black people. We don't need to think alike, but one thing you should always do, and I'll leave a last one, if racially biased statistics are spewed about black people, you need to challenge them and say, find out if that is true or not. Because I tell you what, we don't have to always be on the same page. We don't always be on the same page. Because some of us are faster readers than others. We're not all thinking the same thing. We think in different ways. But there needs to be some common ground. But that's all I got. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.